In the race to completely change how we move around our cities, two American giants are locked in a serious duel for the skies. You've got Joby Aviation on one side and Archer Aviation on the other. What they're building is the future of how we get around, a world of electric air taxis. And believe me, it is way closer than you think. This isn't just about cool new technology, it's a battle for what could be a trillion-dollar industry. The stakes here, they honestly could not be higher. We're not just talking about a fancy new way to get to the airport. No way. According to some of the big investment banks, this market is projected to be worth a mind-boggling $1 trillion by 2040. So the real question isn't if this is going to happen, but who is going to get there first and dominate. And that moment of truth, well, it is coming up fast. Both of these companies are laser-focused on 2026 to launch their commercial passenger services. That's the year the dream of just hailing an air taxi is supposed to become an actual reality. For anyone investing or planning our cities, 2026 is the year this whole thing goes from a maybe to a real commercial business. All right, so to figure out who has the upper hand, you've got to follow the money. And when you do, you find two completely different game plans for funding this revolution. Okay, first up, let's talk about Archer. As of the end of the last fiscal year, the company was sitting on an absolutely massive war chest. We're talking nearly $2 billion in cash. I mean, that's a huge signal about their strategy, right? They're piling up capital now to fuel that incredibly expensive journey through R&D, certification, and of course, manufacturing at scale. But then you look at Joby, and it's a totally different story. While Archer is stockpiling cash, Joby is already bringing in revenue, over $53 million last year. Now, this isn't from selling their electric aircraft, not yet. Instead, it's coming from some really smart moves, things like government contracts and buying up Blade, an existing air charter service. And this really shows their two distinct paths perfectly. Archer is playing the long game. They have this light asset and strong alliance model. They're teaming up with giants like Stellantis and United Airlines to build this powerful ecosystem for the future. Joby, though, they're all about a vertically integrated and service-first approach. That means they control everything, from making the planes to flying them, which lets them just priceless operational experience and get paid for it today. Okay, now let's get to the actual aircraft, because these different money strategies are actually reflected in how they've designed their machines. So Joby's S4 is, well, it's an engineering marvel, really built for performance. It uses these 6 big tilting propellers. They pivot to lift it straight up, then tilt forward to let it fly like a plane, hitting speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. This design is all about speed and range, perfect for longer trips between cities. But, and this is key for investors, that mechanical complexity is something you have to watch. Archer's Midnight aircraft, on the other hand, takes a different path with its 12-tilt-6 design. It has 12 smaller propellers, 6 of them tilt for that vertical lift, while the other 6 are fixed to push it forward. The trade-off? You lose some top speed, but you potentially get a quieter ride and more redundancy. And those are absolutely critical for doing lots of short flights in a busy city, like that 20-mile hop from downtown to the airport. So we have two different strategies, two different machines. So where are we going to see them compete for the first time? Well, the answer is the United Arab Emirates. The UAE is really shaping up to be the first global battleground where these rivals go head-to-head for real. And just like everything else, their plans to enter this market are completely different. Joby pulled off a huge win by securing a deal that gives it the exclusive right to operate air taxis in Dubai for 6 years. They're working directly with the city's own road and transport authority. Archer is taking a wider approach. They're entering the broader UAE through a non-exclusive program, and their plan is to supply aircraft to the government and build out a whole network in Abu Dhabi with local partners. So yeah, 2 cities, 2 very different game plans. So let's put it all together. Who really has the advantage in this critical race to launch in 2026? When you synthesize all the data, the money, the tech, the market strategies, a much clearer picture starts to come into focus. It really looks like Joby has a distinct edge heading into 2026, and it boils down to 3 key things. First up, legal certainty. That 6-year exclusive contract in Dubai, that is a powerful advantage that just locks out the local competition. Second is operational maturity. I mean, Joby has already delivered aircraft to the US military. They've logged over 7,000 miles in test flights. Their playbook for how to actually run this service is just way more advanced right now. And third, and this is a big one, that revenue head start. Buying Blade gives them an existing customer base and a business model they can use almost immediately. So here's the bottom line. Archer is busy building this powerful alliance to conquer the future, but Joby is using its real-world experience to win the race to right now. Archer's massive war chest could absolutely help them dominate in the long run, there's no doubt about it. But in the sprint to 2026, Joby's head start in actually doing this stuff, well, that might just be the advantage that matters most. The big question is, can that early lead hold up against a $2 billion challenger breathing down your neck?